Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Spoiling Movies. My name is Chris, and we're going to talk about a movie pretty in-depth, and I'm going to spoil the shit out of it. Today, our movie is Hiss! Yeah, somehow I managed to get my hands on a copy of this golden gem classic of a something. This is an Indian movie with subtitles that you would have to turn on, and it's about the legend of the snake goddess Nagin, the goddess of infertility and cobras or something. And there are three men sleeping on the ground in a camp in a forest somewhere, and they're woken up by someone pissing onto a fire that's right next to their heads, and they're like, "Is it raining? What's going on?" And they wake up, and there's this old, weird-looking white dude. He's like, "Just because I have terminal cancer doesn't mean I can't piss like a racehorse." And I was like, "All right, we're rolling." Exposition. That's how we know he had cancer, because he told us immediately. That's how we know. This guy and these three local people in India, I guess, that he has hired, are going to find a couple of snakes. There's a couple of snakes, and they're wrapped around each other, and they're banging. Snake bang. And he tells one of the guys, he's like, "Go over there and grab the male from the female." And the guy's like, "No, I'm not going over there." And he's like, "Okay, well, stab." He takes a knife with like an apple piece on the end of it and just shoves it in the guy's mouth and kills him. And then he asks the next guy, he's like, "Hey, you want a knife apple mouth, or you want to go get that snake for me?" And the guy's like, "Okay, forgive me," and whatever. And he goes, and it's like this really weird CGI snake sex. It's like they're all curled around. Like, it seems like, I don't know, maybe they could have gotten some shots from like National Geographic of actual snakes fucking or whatever. I don't know. So I guess the whole deal was like he was grabbing the male lover snake, and it pissed off the female snake. Because maybe that's where her spirit was, and then she'll get pissed off and come back and come after him or something in a goddess form, and then he could steal the stone of Nagamangananan or something. Immortality. Every time a cobra is interrupted while fucking, a snake lady gets her fangs. There's some monks in a temple, and they're like praying for her to come back to life. For some reason, right now is the best time to be doing it. They go to somewhere else, city area, and the guy from Life of Pi, and he was also in the new Jurassic World movie. I can't remember the actor's name. I'll put it right there. I really like that guy, and he's like, "Let me in. What's going on?" And she's like, "Nothing. Everything's fine." But he can tell something's wrong in her voice, I guess. And you find out that she's got like blood on her hands. She was pregnant, and I guess she had a miscarriage, which again, like the infertility thing. I guess that's, Snake Goddess is coming back. There's also a color festival thing happening. I guess there's a big festival where everybody like throws colors and paint on each other, and everybody dances and gets stoned. They say something, the Life of Pi dude is like, he's like, "Make sure none of our children go out and participate in this. We don't want them out running around stoned with all these crazy fuckers." And then you see more of the snake lady emerging. There's some practical effects as she's kind of like coming out of this weird looking snake thing, and it's acceptable. I knew this wasn't gonna be like top shelf movie, but it's also not bottom shelf movie. It's a good upper middle, upper lower, I guess, B movie monster type. And so they're showing her coming out, sort of emerging and being snakish while she turns into a regular looking lady. Also, your mother-in-law is a bitch. There's a woman that's the mother that's living with them, the mother of the woman. And she's always talking shit on the dude. He's a cop, and she's like calling him gay and effeminate and stupid and just always making fun of him. And I'm like,
"Your mother's a bitch."
So, new snake lady goddess that has emerged is a very, very, very attractive, pretty, beautiful woman. She's writhing around the mud. She's got mud butt. She's all covered in mud. She's writhing around. You get mud tit. You get side mud tit and side mud butt. as she's emerging, like all the animals in the jungle and the surrounding area are like gathering and they're moving and they're like, you can tell something's going on. And it's like the fucking Lion King. Like they show like a bunch of animals for a while she's emerging and she's like, where am I? What's going on? And that's actually kind of when I started thinking like, she doesn't seem like an all-powerful, vengeful snake goddess. She seems like a confused, like a little mermaid who just got legs. It's how it feels. The fucking bad guy American, it has like a weird basement Dr. Evil secret laboratory thing, but it's just a big empty creepy room, and he's got like the male snake that he kidnapped from the mating ritual or whatever. He's got it in a box and he's fucking with it. He's like, man, I'm gonna draw her here. When they go back to the color festival thing, there's a lot of music, everybody's partying, dancing, having a good time. It's really cool. It's very well shot, camera work and everything, and it's very fun, and the music is fun. And then it goes into like a dance number, where like a choreographed dance number where everybody's like, and then Snake Woman wanders into it somehow, and she's a part of it, and she's dancing around. She gets down with her snaky self. The song that they're playing is even about her, is about Nagin, the snake lady, it says so in the subtitles. So she's singing and dancing to a song about her, but I don't think she knows she's Snake Gotti Lady. A couple of douchebags in the dance party area, they see her and they're like, hey, let's go get her. She's out. Let's go get her or something. And they like go and like put a bag over her head. The douchebag guys take her to an apartment somewhere, and they start like slapping her around and being assholes to her and just slapping the shit out of her. And like, this isn't the ferocious monster movie that I was expecting. I thought, you know, she was just gonna be like, in the shadows, here comes, brah, you know, that kind of thing. There's a snake charmer guy that's over there, and he was during the party, he was doing the fucking snake was chilling, and somehow he could sense that there was something about to happen, so snake charmer guy's starting to freak out a little bit. Then the transformation starts happening, and you see like, brah, you see little practical effects and CG effects and things, and there's a moment like where she's like halfway transformed, and she like does a little butt shake in the camera. It's a really weird little moment. It's like we're just seeing her from behind, and her butt's like here, and then she like sticks it out. She like sticks out her little butt, like as a halfway snake lady person. In the mid form, she kind of looks like Voldemort or like Reptile from Mortal Kombat. And then she keeps transforming, and her full transformation is a giant CG cobra, which I was just like, boo! Like, keep that. I'm a fan of the practical effects. I'm not a huge fan of the CG. She looked cooler when she was like halfway transformed, like kind of snake woman, still half snake, you know? And they went full on like, nah, she's. So then it's a big CG mess for a minute, and she starts biting. She's biting these people like crazy. Blood splatters and shit. And she does that to one of the guys, but she swallows the other guy whole. She just eats him alive and goes. And then they show her like in bed that night after she has eaten the guy, and somehow she's kind of regressed back to a half, but now it's like half, I don't know, it's like her head, like part of her is normal and then the rest is still snake, so I guess when she's sleeping she's half snake, but she's got like a big funny looking like full belly with the dude in it. Main cop dude comes to the crime scene where those guys were murdered, and he finds a big weird looking thing that some guy's like poking at, and I was thinking like, that's probably the guy. That's probably the leftovers from the guy that she ate. That's the snake poo man. He's a man poo. He's a snake man poo. Bear pig. They're like poking at it and talking about it and whatever, and there's a Pamela Anderson poster mixed with the man poo goo. And it was a poster that had been on the wall, and it made me think, how did it get from the wall into your poo, you snake lady? The mother-in-law character is like praying to the snake goddess to help her son-in-law and her daughter to have another baby. At some point, there's another guy that tries to rape snake lady, and she, of course, transforms. and then kills him. But she only transforms halfway, but not even the good halfway, less than half, maybe a quarter of the way. And she's just got some fangs, just some stupid, like, Dracula fangs. I mean, it's not Dracula because it's, they're snake fangs, but these are just big, stupid. She's like, nah. And the evil villain has the male snake in a terrarium thing, and he's got those things attached to it, and he's shocking it. He's shocking it like, your pain will bring her here. The main cop guy has a new partner, and he's a young Turk, and he talks real quick, and he says things, and the guy's like, he doesn't believe him. He's the serious older cop, and he's like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. But eventually, maybe I'll learn to trust him if he tells me something good. And the younger guy's like, he's kind of a goof, and he makes jokes. Eventually, he's gonna come up with a good idea, or he's gonna get killed, or both. The new kid has a theory about the venom that's inside all these dead bodies, and the older veteran cops, no, I don't believe you. You're a stupid young child. She goes back to the snake temple with the monks, and is blessing them as they pray to her, and then there's more snake skin peeling off nonsense. There's lots of little funny things the way that they did this. It's almost a parody of itself. I guess it's meant to be that way. There's a lot of guitar riffs when the I think usually in scenes where the the cops are talking to each other, and it's like brow 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 brow. It's in the background. It's setting things up like a CSI thing. And the villain guy has just traditional shitty villain laugh. He's like, ha 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 ha. There's a weird scene where she's not transformed. She's all covered up. But Snake Charmer guy knows that that's her for some reason. He can tell because he's Snake Charmer. And she's jumping from rock to rock, and people in this big laundry place. There's a lot of people washing their clothes out in public doing their thing, and she's jumping from rock to rock. I was like, you're gonna slip, you're gonna fall on your little snake tail. And really, everybody that's doing their laundry, nobody really seems to care that there's a woman chasing a man. It probably happens all the time. Who knows? There's even running from rooftop to rooftop, jumping, and it's like a sci-fi. Mission Impossible. There's a lot of jumping in these scenes. Also, grandma mother-in-law lady, she looks a lot like Gabriel Iglesias, the comedian. She's at the dinner table, calling the cop dude gay, and just generally being a little bit of a bitch. And it's kind of a fun little dinner scene. And I love the wife actress, and there's Grandma Iglesias. The male snake that the villain man has been keeping dies, and villain man's like, servant, 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 and he's yelling, and then he walks off, and the little male snake peeks its head up. It's like, I'm still alive, bitch. There's a little bit of laziness in one of the moments with the snake woman, walking around, where she's just partially snake, but they didn't even bother to do any practical effects necessarily. Or CGI. They just put little snake scale tattoos on certain parts of her. So it's yeah, you're still Snake Woman. You got the tattoos. I can see. I can tell what you're going for. Nagin, the Snake Woman, finds her lover snake, and she thinks he's dead. And she's, no. But then she's just cuddling up with this rubber snake, just obviously rubber snake. And then it wakes up, and she's like, oh, thank God, you're alive, snake boyfriend. And then some sex music starts playing, and it's like, that's terrible sex music. I do the worst sex music. And she's rubbing and start writhing around with it, it's really creepy. And then, oh no, bad guy shows up mid sex coitus, mid snake fucking, and he starts playing some music, and it like hurts her for some reason, and so he's got the upper hand. And the cops show up, and they sort of snave Sake Lady. they save Professor Snape, and then she's slithering around, and partner funny, silly partner, comedic relief guy gets killed, and there's like a sad little moment. Cop starts beating bad man's ass in the face with an ass, and Snake Woman gets her shitty fangs out again. I think they put a shock collar on the bad dude at the end. Family cop dude and his wife are pregnant and having a new baby. I guess because they saved Snake Lady, and all is well and right with the snake world. And then something of like, there's little baby snakes at the end or something. I don't really fucking know. It was decent. If you don't mind watching subtitles, if you kind of like bad B movies, but that are done pretty well with a little bit of a budget, you might enjoy it. The CG was it was rough. It was kind of low budget CG, but it was passable. The effects were okay. I really wish they had kept her in like practical looking halfway Snake Lady. I already said that, but I really feel like they should have done that instead of letting her go full on, fake ass looking Cobra thing. Check it the fuck out if you can find a copy. It's an Indian movie. I don't know if it's like available. I think you may be able to actually watch it for free on YouTube or something. I don't remember. Thank you for watching, guys. Catch you next time.